3:20 p.m. 12 p.m. 2 coffees down. Maybe a smoothie. Maybe a multivitamin. And yet your head is foggy, your lower back aches for no reason, and somewhere around this time, your energy just quietly leaves the room. Sound familiar? If it does, you're not broken, and you're not lazy. You're simply missing something the human body has been asking for since the beginning of time. Long before sports drinks, supplement aisles, or IV hydration bars, people already knew how to fix this. Not with a pill, with a drink. Made from roots pulled from the earth, fruit crushed by hand, and water drawn straight from the source. Some of the oldest records of these remedies aren't sitting in a modern health journal. They're sitting in the Bible. Today, we're counting down 9 of them. 9 biblical drinks once used to cool inflammation, protect the heart, calm the gut, steady blood sugar, deepen sleep, and restore the minerals. Modern life quietly drains from us every day. Stay to the end, because drink number 9 has the deepest roots of them all. And what science has since discovered about it is almost hard to believe. Drink 1. Beet juice. Picture the glass in front of you, deep red, almost violet, where the light catches it, more like something from an apothecary than a vegetable. You lift it, and for a second, you hesitate. Beets, right? The thing from the jar at the back of the fridge. The side dish nobody asks for twice. Then you drink it. And somewhere in your chest, not long after, something shifts, subtle but real. Your breathing feels a little easier. There's a looseness in your shoulders that wasn't there a moment ago. You're not imagining it. People across the ancient Mediterranean world knew this feeling too, ever since they first pulled this root from the earth and treated it as medicine, not garnish. Here's what's actually happening inside you. Those beets are loaded with natural compounds called nitrates. Your body converts them into nitric oxide. Think of it as a chemical signal sent straight to your blood vessels, telling every one of them to relax and open wider. Blood moves through more freely. Your heart doesn't have to work quite as hard, and oxygen and nutrients start reaching places in your body more easily than before. This isn't folklore. A 2022 analysis pulling data from multiple studies confirmed that nitrates in beetroot juice lower systolic blood pressure, the top number, the one your doctor circles when it's too high. For older adults especially, keeping that number in a healthy range may be one of the most protective things you can do for your heart. And that deep red color in your glass isn't just for show. It comes from betalains, powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that go to work on the slow, low-grade inflammation most people carry for years without realizing it, the kind that quietly sits at the root of many chronic diseases. One thing before this becomes a habit: if you're on nitrate-based heart medication, check with your doctor first, since the combination could lower your blood pressure further than intended. And if your urine or stool looks a little reddish afterward, don't be alarmed, that's completely normal. To make it: juice, 2 medium raw beets, about 8 ounces. Drink it straight, or soften the earthy edge with a small apple and a slice of ginger. Mornings work best, and keep it raw. Heat reduces its potency, but beets are just the beginning. The next drink on this list isn't something you'd find on a grocery shelf at all. It's something that was once carried into battle. Drink Tvei chia water. You're not in a kitchen anymore. You're standing on dry, sun-baked ground, the sun already high, and ahead of you is a march that could last for hours. There's no time to stop and eat, no time to rest. All you have is a small pouch of tiny black seeds, and a container of water. This is what Aztec warriors reportedly carried before long: marches and battles, not bread, not meat, just seeds and water. And somehow, it was enough. The plant itself has been cultivated by the Aztecs and the Maya for thousands of years, and in the Mayan language, the word for these seeds, chia, reportedly means strength. So, what's inside something that small? 2 tablespoons of chia seeds carry about 10 grams of fiber, a striking amount for something you could hold in your palm. Drop them into water, and within minutes they start pulling in liquid, eventually absorbing up to 12 times their own weight, swelling into a soft gel right in front of you. That gel is the whole secret. As it moves through your body, it slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, no sharp spike, and just as importantly, no crash, an hour later leaving you shaky and hungry. For anyone managing blood sugar, and that includes a huge number of older adults, this one detail alone makes chia water worth paying attention to. Chia is also one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids anywhere, the same fats known to fight inflammation, protect the heart, and support the brain. In just 2 tablespoons, you're also getting about 4 grams of protein, close to a fifth of your daily calcium, and a real dose of magnesium, a mineral so many people are quietly running low on, one tied directly to sleep, muscle function, and blood pressure. And because that gel holds onto water so well, chia water keeps you hydrated for far longer than a plain glass ever could. For anyone whose sense of thirst has grown less reliable with age, that's not a small thing. To make it, stir 2 tablespoons of chia seeds into a 1-2 ounce glass of water. Stir again after 2 minutes so the seeds don't clump. Then let it sit for 15 minutes until it thickens into a gel. A splash of lemon juice and a drizzle of honey rounds it out nicely. Some people mix a batch the night before and let it sit in the fridge until morning. Warriors trusted this drink with their lives on the battlefield. The next one was trusted with something just as serious. It's woven throughout Scripture itself, in covenants, in offerings, in the very idea of what it means to last. Drink 3. Lemon and sea salt water. Picture salt poured out at the ceiling of a covenant. Salt rubbed into offerings. Salt, used for thousands of years as a symbol of something that doesn't spoil, doesn't fade, doesn't break permanence itself. Long before anyone called it an electrolyte, salt already carried this kind of weight. Paired with lemon, something well known across the ancient Near East, it becomes a drink hiding in plain sight. Something the modern wellness world rebranded and sold back to us when it had been sitting quietly in the pages of the Bible the whole time. Here's the part almost nobody realizes. When you sweat, or even just move through an ordinary day, you're not only losing water, you're losing electrolytes, sodium, potassium, minerals your cells depend on to function. Drink plain water to replace it, and sometimes it doesn't actually help. After an illness, or too long in the heat, plain water alone can leave you feeling worse, not better, because your cells can't properly absorb water without the right mineral balance sitting alongside it. That's where the pinch of sea salt comes in. Real sea salt carries trace minerals along with its sodium, and that sodium is what allows your body to actually hold on to the water you drink, instead of letting it pass straight through you. Then there's the lemon adding potassium and a strong dose of vitamin C that supports your immune system and helps your body produce collagen, the protein holding your joints, skin, and connective tissue together. Lemon juice also stimulates bile production in the liver, easing digestion, and its natural citric acid has been shown to help prevent kidney stones by binding to calcium before it can crystallize in the urine. One note, before you start. Lemon juice is acidic, so sip it through a straw or rinse your mouth with plain water afterward to protect your enamel. To make it, squeeze half a fresh lemon into a glass of room temperature water, then add just a pinch of good sea salt or Himalayan salt. Stir, and drink it first thing in the morning if you can. It might be the simplest, cheapest drink on this entire list, and one of the most effective. 3 drinks in, and already your body has tools ancient people relied on daily. But what comes next takes things further into something most people have never even heard of. Drink 4. Kefir. You've been walking for miles under an unrelenting sun, and now you're sitting in the cool shade of a tent, a stranger who's just been welcomed as family. A man named Abraham has rushed to prepare something for you: bread, meat, and a bowl of something tangy, slightly fizzy, unlike anything you've tasted. This is Genesis 18. This is hospitality as sacred duty. And what you're drinking has a name today: kefir. Throughout the Old Testament, fermented dairy wasn't a health trend, it was daily life. The curds and milk mentioned again and again in Scripture almost certainly describe something very close to what you just drank. And the drink itself has a real, traceable home: the Caucasus Mountains, overlapping with the biblical world, where people have been making it for at least 3,000 years. Here's how it happens. Kefir grains, clusters of living bacteria, and yeast are added to milk and left to ferment for about 24 hours. What comes out the other end is tangy, slightly fizzy, and packed with billions of live, beneficial bacteria. Probiotics. Your gut is home to trillions of microorganisms, an entire hidden ecosystem that quietly shapes your immune system, your mood, your inflammation levels, and how well you absorb nutrients from everything else you eat. Antibiotics, poor diet, illness, age, all of it disrupts that ecosystem. Kefir is one of the most direct ways to rebuild it. What makes kefir different from most fermented foods is that its bacteria are unusually good at surviving the trip through your digestive system. They actually arrive alive. Once there, they compete with harmful bacteria, strengthen your gut lining, and help regulate your immune response. And because fermentation breaks down much of the lactose, kefir is often well tolerated even by people who normally struggle with dairy. One caution: raw, unpasteurized milk. Kefir carries a real risk of harmful bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria, particularly dangerous for older adults. Pasteurized milk kefir keeps every probiotic benefit while removing that risk, and it's the safer choice. To make it, plain, unsweetened kefir is available at most grocery stores. To make your own, add kefir grains to whole milk in a glass jar, cover loosely with a cloth, and leave at room temperature for 24 hours. Strain, and it's ready. About a cup a day is enough, on its own or with a drizzle of honey. Abraham's tent was in the desert. The next drink takes you somewhere far greener to a tree, so valued that entire ancient cultures called it simply the Tree of Life. Drink 5. Coconut water. The heat here is different, heavier, wetter, pressing down on you in a way dry desert heat never did. You've followed the old trade routes deep into coconut country, and by now your mouth is dry, your energy gone. Someone reaches up, twists a coconut free, cracks the top open with one motion, and hands it to you. You drink. Ancient cultures across the tropics called this palm the tree of life. Once you understand what's inside that fruit, the name stops sounding like poetry and starts sounding like a simple description of fact. Coconut water is, essentially, nature's original sports drink. It carries 5 key electrolytes at once: potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus, all in a liquid your body was built to absorb. Potassium is the standout here. A single cup holds around 600 milligrams, more than a medium banana. It's one of the most important minerals for heart health, working in balance with sodium to help regulate blood pressure. Most older adults get far too much sodium and nowhere near enough potassium. A glass of coconut water is a gentle, entirely food-based way to nudge that balance back where it should be. There's also a small amount of natural sugar in coconut water, just enough to provide light, quickly absorbed energy, without the artificial ingredients or sugar overload packed into most commercial sports drinks. If plain water has always felt hard to get down in real quantity, coconut water tends to solve that problem almost effortlessly. There's growing evidence, too, that coconut water helps reduce muscle cramps, largely thanks to that magnesium content. Magnesium deficiency is one of the most common hidden deficiencies among older adults, and it quietly shows up as nighttime leg cramps, restless sleep, or a kind of low-grade muscle tension that never fully goes away. A glass in the evening may do more than you'd expect. One caution: if you have kidney disease, your kidneys may struggle to process high amounts of potassium. Talk to your doctor before making this a daily habit. To make it, fresh young coconuts give the best flavor. Crack the top and pour. Otherwise, look for bottled or carton coconut water with no added sugar. Drink it cold, after activity, on a hot day, or any time your body feels like it needs a reset. 5 drinks in, and each one reaches further back than the last. And what awaits us in the next drink? Drink 6, tart cherry juice. It's 2 a.m. and you're staring at the ceiling again. Your body is tired, genuinely tired, but your mind won't let go, and somewhere in your knee or your foot, there's a dull ache that seems worse in the dark, the way pain always does at night. You've been here before, too many times. This is exactly the kind of night tart cherries were built to interrupt. Cherries have grown across the fertile lands of the ancient Near East and Mediterranean for thousands of years, but it's the tart variety, smaller, darker, sharper than its sweet cousin, that turns out to hold something remarkable. That deep red color comes from anthocyanins, compounds with some of the most potent anti-inflammatory activity found in any food. They work by blocking many of the same enzymes that over-the-counter pain medications target, just more gently and without the side effects. Here's what matters most for a night like the one you're having. Tart cherries naturally contain melatonin, the hormone your body uses to signal that it's time to sleep, along with tryptophan, an amino acid. Your body converts into more melatonin. Research has shown tart cherry juice increases both total sleep time and sleep efficiency in people struggling with insomnia. In one study on older adults with insomnia, drinking it twice a day cut the time spent lying awake at night by nearly an hour. If you've ever counted the minutes on a night like this, you know exactly how significant that is. It doesn't stop at sleep. A large study following over 600 gout patients found that cherry consumption was linked to a 35% lower risk of gout flares. And if you've ever felt that sudden, searing pain in a joint, usually the foot, arriving almost out of nowhere, you understand why that number matters. Tart cherry juice also lowers C-reactive protein, a blood marker of inflammation throughout the body, and helps muscles recover faster after physical activity. To make it, Look for pure, unsweetened, tart cherry juice. The most studied form is concentrate. Mix 1 ounce of concentrate into 8 ounces of water, 1 serving in the morning and 1 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Regular tart cherry juice, 8 ounces twice a day, works just as well. That ache in your joints tonight has a name and a reason. The next drink takes you somewhere even more direct. Scripture doesn't just hint at this one, it describes an entire land by it. Drink 7 ginger and honey brew. A land flowing with milk and honey. You've heard the phrase countless times, maybe without ever picturing it literally. Picture it now, golden honey dripping slow off a broken comb, and beside it, a knob of ginger root, sharp and fragrant, carried across deserts and mountain passes from halfway around the ancient world, just to reach this table. If any drink on this entire list has the clearest, most undeniable connection to Scripture, it's the one made from these 2 ingredients. Honey runs throughout the Bible not just as food, but as a symbol. The Promised Land itself is described again and again as flowing with milk and honey. In Proverbs 16:24, pleasant words are compared to a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, healing to the bones. Ginger, meanwhile, was one of the most valuable traded spices in the ancient world, moving along the spice routes from Asia into the Middle East, where it became a cornerstone of ancient medicine. Together, these 2 ingredients built one of the oldest healing drinks in human history. Ginger's power comes from a compound called gingerol, the source of its sharp, warming bite, and a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant in its own right. Research, comparing it to ibuprofen for muscle pain, found real, measurable relief, just slower to arrive. It's also one of the most reliable remedies against nausea available anywhere, settling upset stomachs and easing digestion. Evidence-backed enough that it's regularly recommended for nausea caused by medication or chemotherapy. Then there's the honey, but only if it's raw. Not the heavily processed kind sitting in a plastic bear on a supermarket shelf. Raw honey holds on to its natural enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial compounds, the same properties that have made it a wound care remedy for thousands of years. Modern research has confirmed what ancient people already trusted. Raw honey genuinely inhibits a wide range of harmful bacteria, and it soothes inflamed tissue in the throat and digestive tract on contact. Add a little fresh lemon juice to the brew, and you bring in a dose of vitamin C as well, giving your immune system extra support. To make it, slice or grate about 1 inch of fresh ginger root into a mug. Pour hot, not quite boiling water over it, and let it steep for 5 to 10 minutes. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon if you'd like, then stir in a teaspoon of raw honey. Drink it warm, morning or night, or any time you feel a cold coming on. It works best as a consistent habit, not just something you reach for once you're already sick. This one might have Scripture's clearest connection of all, but the next drink has its own biblical moment too. It's the food. A group of desert wanderers missed so much, they still complained about it by name, thousands of years ago. Drink 8 cucumber mint water. Desert sand under your feet, sun directly overhead, and no shade for, as far as you can see. You're one of thousands wandering, and though there's food enough to survive, there's one thing you can't stop thinking about: something cool, crisp, and wet that you used to eat back in Egypt. This isn't imagination. It's Numbers 11:5, word for word. The Israelites, wandering the wilderness, remembering with longing the cucumbers they once ate. In a climate like that, craving something built almost entirely of water makes perfect sense. Cucumbers are about 96% water, making them one of the most hydrating foods that exist anywhere. Slice them into a pitcher and let them sit, and the water pulls out their natural silica, a mineral that quietly supports the strength and flexibility of connective tissue throughout your body. Joint, tendon, skin. Small amounts of potassium and vitamin K come along too, supporting blood clotting and bone health. Mint belongs in this drink for reasons beyond flavor, and it has its own place in Scripture. Jesus mentions it by name in Matthew 23:23, noting that even garden herbs like mint were carefully tithed. The natural compounds in peppermint and spearmint relax the smooth muscle lining your gastrointestinal tract, which is exactly why peppermint tea has been used for generations to ease digestive discomfort, gas, and bloating. It also delivers a real cooling effect, not a temperature change, but menthol activating cold-sensitive receptors in your mouth and throat, tricking your body into feeling cooler than it actually is. If plain water has always felt like a chore to get through, this is one of the simplest upgrades available. No sugar, no caffeine, no additives, just cucumber, mint, and thyme. Doctors generally recommend older adults aim for 6 to 8 glasses of fluid a day, and having something this refreshing on hand makes that number far easier to reach without even thinking about it. To make it, slice half a cucumber and add a handful of fresh mint leaves to a large pitcher of cold water. Let it sit in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours or overnight. Pour and drink throughout the day. A few slices of lemon or lime make a nice addition. 8 drinks in, and the list has taken you from a battlefield to a desert to a promised land of milk and honey. We've saved the deepest roots of all for the very end. A fruit carved into temple pillars, stitched into a priest's sacred robe, carried back by spies. As proof, a promise was real. This is where the list closes. And it closes with the one drink that ties every thread in this video together. Drink 9 pomegranate juice. Picture this. You've been gone 40 days, scouting land that was only ever a promise until now. You're exhausted, sunburned, uncertain how the story ends when you finally walk back into camp. And in your hands, as proof that everything you were told was real, you're carrying fruit heavy, deep red, split slightly open at the crown. This is Numbers 13. This is the moment the spies returned from the promised land, and pomegranates were the evidence they brought back. We've saved this one for last, because it has earned that place. No fruit is woven through Scripture quite like this one. Deuteronomy 8 lists it among the original blessings of the Promised Land. Solomon's temple stood on pillars carved with hundreds of pomegranates. The high priest's own robe was hemmed with pomegranates stitched in blue, purple, and scarlet thread, worn every time he entered the holy place. This wasn't decoration. It was symbolism, fruitfulness, righteousness, beauty, the visible shape of blessing itself. And now, science has confirmed what those ancient people only sensed. Pomegranate juice is one of the most antioxidant-rich beverages on the planet. Its antioxidant capacity has been measured and found to exceed both red wine and green tea. Most of that power comes from compounds called punicalagins and punicalin, found almost nowhere else in nature. Once digested, they become a substance called urolithin A, which research has linked to improved mitochondrial function. Mitochondria being the tiny powerhouses inside every one of your cells, the machinery that produces the energy your entire body runs on. Urolithin A has drawn serious scientific attention as a compound that may help preserve muscle and cellular health as you age. The numbers back it up in ways that are hard to dismiss. One landmark study followed participants drinking pomegranate juice daily for a full year. By the end, the antioxidant capacity of their blood had risen by 130%. An enzyme that protects against artery-damaging LDL oxidation increased by 83%. And systolic blood pressure, the number that matters most for your heart, dropped by 21%. Those aren't small numbers. On top of that, pomegranate juice carries well-documented anti-inflammatory properties and supports a healthy gut microbiome. 2 cautions before you make this a habit. Pomegranate juice is relatively high in natural sugar, so if you're managing diabetes, keep servings to 4 to 6 ounces. And like grapefruit, pomegranate can interact with certain medications, blood thinners, and some cholesterol drugs especially. If you take any medication regularly, check with your pharmacist first. To make it fresh pressed is best. Cut a pomegranate in half and press each half on a citrus juicer. Or buy pure pomegranate juice with no added sugar or fillers. 4 to 8 ounces a day is the amount used in most research. Drink it straight, or mix it into sparkling water for something that feels almost ceremonial. 9 drinks. 9 pieces of a tradition older than almost anything else you'll reach for today. None of this was ever really about trends or hacks. It was about a body that has always known what it needed, long before pills, powders, and pouches ever existed. So, which one? Maybe you already felt it while watching. A specific ache, a tiredness, something your body's been quietly asking for. Here they are again, the way they'd fit into a single day. Morning. Beet juice opening the vessels that carry blood through you, chia water steadying your energy before it can crash, a pinch of sea salt in lemon water remineralizing you cell by cell. Midday. Kefir tending your gut the way it's been tended for 3,000 years. Coconut water replacing exactly what you sweat away in the heat. Evening. Tart cherries easing you towards sleep that doesn't fight you. Ginger and honey arming your immune system the old-fashioned way. Cucumber and mint cleansing and refreshing in the same sip. And holding it all together, pomegranate, the biblical fruit of abundance and blessing, still fighting for your arteries from the inside out. None of it needed equipment or a chemistry degree. It only ever needed the earth and people paying attention. So don't try all 9 tonight. Pick the one your body's been asking for. Give it a few weeks. Healing was never dramatic, just daily nourishment, done consistently. Tell me in the comments which one you're starting with. And if someone you love could use this, a parent, a neighbor, a friend running on empty, send it their way. This costs almost nothing, and it shouldn't be kept to yourself. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one.